How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm loving these depth charts, and I came across one for England. It's pretty hard to find a lot of these. I came across France, New Zealand, South Africa, but I struggled a bit when it came down to England, and I found this guy who actually really liked this chart that he did. His name's Nathan Wake. He was replying to Wibble Rugby, and I'd like to thank him for that because I actually really do like this. So I want to break it down. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. So please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get into it. So, like I said, Nathan Wake. I can't stop checking YouTube religiously. Then, if it helps, this is a depth chart that I knocked up a few weeks ago. Let's let's get into it. Like I say, pretty interesting. He's put in 7 squads. My main interest is in the first four, to be honest. That is where I feel we're going to find the most amount of talent in terms of up and coming, what's current, what's available, and what we're probably going to be seeing in the build up to the 2027 World Cup. So we look at 1, 2, 3, and 4. This really shows a lot of talent that is on show, what they do have available. We're seeing players like Henry Pollock, Ben Spencer, Marcus Smith, Ollie Slightholm. Can't wait for him to come back. George Furbank, can't wait for him to come back. Tommy Freeman had a phenomenal Lions tour. Well, I say phenomenal, very up and down, especially in the last. But during the games, he actually plays really, really well. Ollie Lawrence, cannot wait to see him come through. Fraser Dingwall, I think we are going to end up seeing a lot coming from Fraser Dingwall very, very, very soon. He's one that's really, really improving quickly. Faye Waboso is having his glimpses back now that he is back and fit. Hopefully, he is looked after and we don't find him out for another year. Maro Toje really solidifying himself as captain and really putting that presence there. Same thing with Ollie Chesham, putting in some good performances. I think Jamie George, going to see the back end of him. We're going to end up seeing a lot more of Cowan Dickey, but we have the likes of Theo Dan coming in, Curtis Langdon coming in, Gabriel Ogre coming in as well. So there's a lot, England have a lot of talent that's going to be coming through the ranks, that's going to be pushing for the best and pushing for those Six Nation spots, pushing for those, um, you know, uh, autumn nations. We're going to be pushing for the World Cup more specifically. Everything now is a ticking clock for the World Cup. Who is going to be fit? Who's going to be ready? And who's going to be in form? I think Theo Dan is going to be pushing Luke Cowan-Dickey a lot for this. Same thing with Curtis Langdon. I think Curtis Langdon is a little bit further down that pecking order, but all it takes is a couple of good games and a good year or so to really put yourself in the spotlight. I mean, we look at Henry Pollock, for instance. He put in a phenomenal couple months. He ended up getting himself an England cap, banging 2 tries, and then getting called up for the Lions. Unfortunately, he didn't get a Lions test, but the guy's still young. He's going to have 2, maybe 3 Lions tests in him anyway, so he's still got a lot to show there. Honestly, I would love to see Jack Willis playing for England. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But otherwise, Tom Willis will have to do. Tom Curry as well. But again, you see this, you see this kind of talent, this what's it called? A conveyor belt of talent where you have Guy Pepper, you got Alex Dombron, you got Jack Kenningham, you've got the likes of Rafi Quirk, which I think Rafi Quirk, it's only a matter of time before he breaks in. I'm surprised that he's not already in. But yeah, there's a lot of talent there. Sam Underhill. So England are pretty stacked when it comes down to that back row. In terms of the half backs, I mean, we're looking at Mitchell, Finn Smith, Ben Spencer, Marcus Smith, Jack Van Poortvliet, who I think he's going to be breaking in soon. He's going to be putting a lot of pressure on Alex Mitchell as well. But even then, the same as Orlando Bailey, Kieran Donahue, a lot of top tier talents. So um, England are quite well um, balanced. They've got a lot of balance. Like I say, they are building. We look at the England side from 2024 to the England side of 2025. It's night and day. 2 completely different squads. It's ridiculous. So it's going to be interesting to see how they end up pushing on into the back end of the year. How they're going to do in the Six Nations if they're able to continue this form. But whatever they're doing it right. The appointment of Maro Toja as captain has been brilliant. It's doing wonders. So yeah, I mean a lot of these teams. I mean, you look at the talent they're playing in the Premiership. There's a lot of money that I would hope to see go into the Premiership. Unfortunately, a lot of teams are in major, major debt, but it keeps the way that they run things still keeps everything very, very competitive, which is nice. I like it that they're keeping things competitive. We need more money though. R360 is that Rebel League that's kind of putting everything in doubt, but I'm really, really hoping more money is able to be pumped in to Premiership rugby, and so that we can start seeing players getting paid well, bringing in some serious talent, and providing the best rugby and best competition for everybody. But I mean, England are playing pretty well. Couple good games. We could see them properly fighting for a top four spot, which I would love to see. I don't think it's going to happen, but when you have players like a Poker for Jaw, who's a scary, scary customer, that is going to be pushing and pushing, pushing for that first team spot. Same thing with Trevor Davison. Same thing with Beno Urbano. Um, they're going to be putting a lot of teams. They're going to be on a lot of teams' radar to not be messed about with, and we could potentially see next year's Six Nations a very scary Six Nations, a Six Nations where England are not coming in as um, someone that you're going to think is going to finish third or fourth. They finished second in the Six Nations and they actually ended up having a pretty good Six Nations. There was a bit a bit shaky to begin with, but they ended off really, really well. So maybe, just maybe, Six Nations winners, if they're able to put in some serious performances and really shock the likes of France and Ireland, because Ireland fell off a cliff. France really picked up, but they were put under a lot of pressure. So, guys, let me know what you think in relation to this. Again, thank you, Nathan Wake, for spending your time and actually doing a chart like this. Made my life nice and easy. And let's see what England are able to produce. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.